You've watched it sail off the tee, arc beautifully through the air, and splash directly into a water hazard you were definitely trying to avoid. You fish another one out of your bag, tee it up, and don't think twice. It's just a ball. White, round, dimply. You've held hundreds of them and never once wondered what's actually going on inside. But here's the thing. That little sphere you just threw into a pond, it might be the most precisely engineered small object in all of consumer sports. Welcome to Learn Something New today. And today, we're cracking open a golf ball.
Golf goes back to 15th century Scotland, and the first balls were made of wood, just carved solid hardwood. Then, around 1618, someone had the idea to stuff a leather pouch with boiled goose feathers, as tight as humanly possible, and so it shut. These were called featheries, and they flew surprisingly well. By the 1850s, rubber from the sapodilla tree replaced feathers. By the early 1900s, manufacturers discovered that wrapping a rubber core in tightly wound rubber thread made the ball springier, and the arms race began.
Today's golf ball looks simple. It is not. A modern premium golf ball has up to 5 distinct layers, and each one has a specific job. Think of it like a high-performance car. You've got the engine, the transmission, the suspension, the tires, every system doing something different, all working together so the whole thing performs exactly as designed. The center core is the engine. It's usually a large synthetic rubber compound, often butadiene, and it's engineered to compress when the club face hits it, then spring back. That compression is where your distance comes from. Around that core, you might find 1 or 2 mantle layers. These are typically made from ionomer or urethane blends, and they act like a transmission, transferring and shaping the energy from the core outward. Harder mantle layers reduce spin off the driver, which helps the ball go straighter and farther. Softer ones let the ball spin more around the greens, giving skilled players that extra control. Then comes the cover, the thin outer shell you can actually touch. Urethane covers grip the grooves of your club and generate spin. Surlyn covers are tougher and cheaper. They last longer but feel harder. Every layer is a deliberate engineering decision.
But here's what nobody tells you. The outside of the ball might be the most mathematically complex part of all. Those dimples aren't decorative. They're aerodynamics. A smooth ball, when struck, creates a large pocket of turbulent air behind it called a wake, and that drag pulls the ball back fast. Dimples change everything. They create a thin layer of turbulent air that clings to the ball's surface longer, shrinking the wake and cutting drag by up to 50%. That's why a dimpled ball can fly nearly twice as far as a smooth one at the same speed. And here's the real kicker. Different patterns, depths, and counts of dimples change how the ball behaves in flight. Most balls have between 300 and 500 dimples. The exact number, shape, and arrangement took engineers decades of wind tunnel testing to optimize. So next time you pull a ball out of your bag, actually look at it for a second. Every dimple has a reason. The soft feel off your wedge, that's a urethane cover doing its job. The way your driver shot just kept going, that's a low-spin mantle layer working. You're not just hitting a ball. You're launching a small piece of engineered physics into the sky. And occasionally, yes, directly into a lake.
If this made you look at something ordinary in a completely new way, hit like. It genuinely helps the channel. Subscribe to Learn Something New today for more stories about the surprising science hiding inside everyday objects. We'll see you in the next one.